Check this out. I know you have always dreamed of performing in Carnegie Hall. So I think this 2023 to 2024 season at Sound Espressivo will be, as a platform, we host live online auditions so you can share your music with the entire world. Then we send you to incredible in-person venues like Carnegie Hall so you can perform solo, as a duo, as an ensemble, and with orchestra. This year we have a total of 4 gala events at Carnegie Hall, as well as 4 different opportunities to perform with orchestras in the US, in the Czech Republic, and even in Egypt. We want to help you fulfill your musical dreams. Go to soundespressivocompetition.com to check out our season and
Good day, everyone. Welcome to Virtual Concert Hall's live programs. Thank you for joining us today. Our channel is dedicated to bringing live performances and music events from international artists delivered directly to our audiences around the globe. I'm Anna Uspinskaya, I'm a pianist joining from Washington, D.C. area, and I'll be hosting today's program for you. We are presenting the Gala Auditions. Today, throughout the whole day, musicians are auditioning for an opportunity to perform at famed Weill Recital Hall at Carnegie Hall in the Laureate Gala Concerts in New York City. This is a path for people from virtual stage of the 21st century to the famed Carnegie Hall, which has been in operation for nearly 2 centuries by now. Auditionees from many countries are seeking guidance and support from the judges through live comments, which you'll hear after each performance today. In these comments, judges suggest to the musicians how to improve, how to take the next steps, how to be more expressive, more unique, and more deserving of those wonderful stages. The Gala Auditions are organized by Sound Espressivo, progressive musicians, and virtual concert halls. And just a few words about the organizers. Virtual Concert Halls is an internet TV broadcasting company which was established 4 years ago with the purpose of providing artists with a possibility to perform on a virtual stage. That's a new stage of a new age which has been added to our tools, to our presentation possibilities just recently. So we've developed a virtual stage and ability through that to reach audiences well beyond the walls of conventional concert halls. Now, Progressive Musicians is an organization which is powered by professional musicians, and it's organizing many different competitions for various levels of artists, from those who are just starting experiencing performing on stages to professionals, and organizing concerts, in-person concerts in many prestigious venues like Carnegie Hall. Progressive Musicians has been presenting concerts at the Carnegie Hall for the past 4 years. Sound Espressivo Global Competition was designed to open the competitive stage to artists from all over the world without the pressure of having to buy international tickets, hotels, car rentals, and all of that, and to be able to compete from the comfort of their own studios, their own homes. It's an online, live-streamed competition combining competitive and live performance experience. And this is how we started.
No matter where you are or who you are, music connects us all. We started with a dream, but now we are paving the future. Welcome to the Sound Espressivo Global Competition. Fully virtual, yet bringing musicians closer together than ever before, now on a global scale. True live, inclusivity, diversity, connection, community, an extraordinary array of judges. Get noticed by companies all over the world. Prizes, scholarships, performance opportunities. Apply to be a part of the most exciting congregation of artists like nothing you've ever seen before. We guarantee quality and leave no musician behind. We can't wait to hear you on the virtual stage.
every start requires the beginning, and the beginning is the people. So the people who started those incredible companies at the very beginning were a small group of like-minded individuals. Since then, we were blessed with a lot of collaborations and a lot of support. These massive productions are impossible to be presented without ongoing support from many, many organizations from around the entire world. On the screen, you see the logos of companies from Europe, United States, Canada, Asia, Australia, from many, many countries, which are adding their support, adding their energy, resources, and opportunities, providing additional opportunities to artists who step on the virtual stage and participate in our auditions, and also step on physical stages and perform in the concert halls. Now we are expanding our reach. Our goal is to reach as many people as possible in all corners of the world. So we are on every social media and video platform, every major one, and on 50 plus channels, in various countries, various channels dedicated to education, performance, arts, organizations, all around the entire world. The goal of these auditions is to encourage, to nurture, and reward musicians who are proactive about sharing their art and developing their careers. So Sound Espressivo, virtual concert halls, and progressive musicians together are providing opportunities for musicians to discover their unique place, their unique artistic voice, to take initiative further to the next stage, to present themselves on their own terms, and by taking those steps to carve their own career path.
Perform on our galas at Carnegie Hall. Our new season of auditions for classical musicians is now available. Performance opportunities for students, young professionals, and seasoned artists. Perform as a soloist or chamber ensemble at Carnegie Hall. Perform a concerto with the New York Chamber Players at Carnegie Hall. Composers submit their works to be premiered at Carnegie Hall. New this season, Laureate ensembles at Carnegie Hall. Audition to be part of a 3-day intensive workshop directed by some of the world's master musicians, culminating with a performance at Carnegie Hall. Audition live from the comfort of your own home. Get live evaluations from expert judges and expand your online presence through our international internet broadcasts. Additional award and performance opportunities are also available. Visit our website for full details. Don't miss out on these wonderful opportunities to advance as a musician and perform on a world-renowned stage. We look forward to hearing your performances.
Of course, today we are focusing on the auditions for the Carnegie Hall performances, but our mission is to create more opportunities for great artists to be seen, to be visible, to be appreciated, and more opportunities for the audiences around the world to see and to appreciate and to be part of great performing arts. So there's no restriction in how many times in which auditions throughout the season artists can participate. People can take part in the Carnegie auditions and in the call orchestra auditions and in other auditioning events and other opportunities which are offered throughout the season by our organizations and by our partners. Progressive musicians, virtual concert halls, and Sound Espressivo were conceived by professional musicians, and many of our partners are also professional musicians. So we gather the momentum, and we gather more resources and more energy from our partners. So everyone who's performing in these auditions throughout the season are not only vying for the opportunity to perform at the Carnegie Hall, or if it's co-orchestra with particular orchestras, everyone is eligible for additional awards sponsored by our partners. What you see on the screen are the announcements of variety of awards from different countries, and they all are aimed at helping artists further their reach and develop their careers. There's fabulous awards. There's James Adler Audience Favorite Award, which invites audience to participate and vote for their favorite musician in the Carnegie Gala. There's an award from Cicerone Music and Arts, which is the boutique label in Switzerland and Italy, providing recording albums, publication and distribution for artists. There is a prize award, which is given to the artists by Price Attractions, artist management company, and we are really blessed because that's what musicians really need: someone who advocates for them and who takes them to the next level in their career and presentation. And very special awards from our partners from the very beginning. iClassical Academy is awarding the recognition awards, and as I mentioned before, James Adler and Adler Oaks Library is awarding the Audience Favorite Award. When selected to perform at the Carnegie Hall, musicians will also receive a true celebrity treatment from all organizers, from the orchestra, from the conductor and music director, Maestro Giacomo Franci, and from our production team. What you get if you're selected to perform at the Carnegie Hall, we'll see on the screen. There's certificates, there's medals, and even more importantly, you will be interviewed by renowned radio producer Steve Robinson for that's a media interview, which will be also presented to various channels and various magazines dedicated to music, and so you'll get your name out. If you are in New York, please make sure, over this next 2 weeks, please make sure to check out the upcoming Laureate Gala concerts. We have a concert on April 1st at 7 p.m. at the Carnegie Hall, and a concert on April 4th at Carnegie Hall. Those are fantastic programs where we present the New York Chamber Players Orchestra with various soloists, instrumentalists, and vocalists. We're also presenting the Leonard Quartet from the Kennedy Center, performing a new quartet compositions. There's a Boston String Ensemble joining and coming from Boston. There's Bo Lightly's coming from Washington, D.C., and soloists are hailing from every part of the world. If you are in New York, check out this concert and come and join our community. Let's take a quick look at what's happening today. Throughout the entire day, we will have auditionees performing a wide variety of music from Bach and Vivaldi all the way to newly composed. We have composers slash performers who are presenting their own music, and we have vocalists, ensemble players, and instrumentalists from many countries. So we're here in for a great treat, and we will hear a tremendous judges' comments. So with that, I would like to thank very much and invite our judges. Let's start with Diego Gabriel Imperiale from Buenos Aires, Argentina. He's a singer, actor, voice coach, and overall just a great musician. As an actor, he was the face of Coca-Cola for a celebration of 125 years as a lead role in Spain. And just recently, a few years ago, he directed, headlined, and produced Avenida Broadway, a musical theater concert series in Buenos Aires. And he was also selected by the Oscar winner Armand Debois for his role. And so wonderful to have you, Diego, with us. Please join us on stage. Thank you for your time and your expertise, and for joining our panel.
Hey, Anna, thank you so much. Really excited to be here.
Great! I'm so excited to hear your comments from such a diverse musician and actor on stage. You know, the presentation on the stage is very important, so I'm looking forward to those comments. And next we have Dickran Atamian, a phenomenal pianist. Who won the first prize in the 50th anniversary number competition at Carnegie Hall at the age of 19, the youngest person ever to win this very prestigious award that took his career to a great start with performances just about every major orchestra in every country, dozens and dozens of orchestras and dozens of concerts throughout 30 plus years of performing career. And after Mr. Atamian emerged as a professional artist manager, or as he presents himself as an artist advocate, and in the role known in the trade name, it's Jack Price, leading Price Attractions artist management company, which is presenting some of the greatest musicians of our generation on stages all around the world. Dickran, please join us. Thank you so much for participating in our panel, and I'm so looking forward to your comments.
Me too. Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to your comments.
Well,
I guess you're not going to be commenting, actually, right?
No, I'm not judging. So,
but you played last time, and that was great. I enjoyed that.
Thank you. Yeah, for now I'm done with judging. I just went through the round of judging Washington.
You're moderating.
Competition.
Oh yeah.
So I'm enjoying the switch of the role to just being the host.
That must have been a real experience.
That's a topic for another show.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for having me. It's great.
Yeah, thank you so much for supporting our auditions and for your wonderful input. And last but not least, I'd like to invite and thank you very much for joining us again. Our veteran of judging these auditions, Maestro Giacomo Franci, who is a conductor and a pianist and a composer. And he's also the music director of York Chamber Players Orchestra, the orchestra which is hosting the winners of these auditions. Maestro Franci was released a world premiere of recordings of all Igor Stravinsky's work for piano. He's an established and world-renowned pianist with a career spanning many countries, and he's also appeared on many radio and television shows, and very diverse musician, a wonderful supporter of all the auditionees and of all our programs. Thank you very much, Giacomo. Please join me on stage. It's a great pleasure to have you back.
Thanks for having me. It's
Yeah,
always a pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to your comments. So we have you commenting from the conductor and pianist perspective, and we have Dickran Atamian commenting from performing pianist and artist advocate and manager, and we have Diego commenting from the stage presentation and singing. That's really important, especially for pianists, to remember to sing. So I'm looking forward to all these three different angles of the comments today. And with that, we will be starting our auditions, and the first performer of this session number 2 will be Christina Ebersold-Van Christina, the stage is all yours, and I'm very much looking forward to your performance. Adding my applause to the standing ovation there. Excellent, Christina. Thank you for bringing the virtuosic viola concerto here, and it's a very interesting piece. I'll pass on to the judges, and this time let's start with Maestro Giacomo Franci. Please, your comments.
Christina, I'm not familiar with this concerto. When it was composed, in what period?
It was composed in 1975, and it was edited by Tia Sharara's son, Hassan, and it was first performed in 2012 by the Cairo Conservatory with Hassan.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it could have been composed even earlier. It's like a style, a tonal style could have been late 19th century. Anyway, I enjoyed mostly the quality of the sound. Your sound is very beautiful. So you probably also have a very good instrument.
Yeah, it's a Douglas Lay viola, a 2010 Douglas Lay viola. It's yes, I love it.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. So a couple of comments about your playing. You have a naturally very beautiful sound. It comes very well. For example, in the second movement, the legato is beautiful. You naturally do that. In the runs, by contrary, you don't have enough articulation, I think, enough clarity. So that's one. And then that's the consequence. Sometimes you have some intonation problem, especially in the high sounds, in the higher pitch. But this was not an easy concerto to play. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Okay, let's hear from Dickran. Your comments, please.
Yeah, I think all of your intentions are really great. Your musical intent and address, your phrase. I have nothing to say musically. I thought it was really compelling, and I love the piece. The pianist was great, by the way, the accompaniment. But in the high range, in the upper positions, you've got to definitely, like Franci said, you've got to work on intonation. Like Galamian used to say, if you're not playing in the center of the tone, forget it, So you might want to aim for not this side of the note or that side of the note, but right in the middle. That's the only way, from what I understand. I'm a pianist, so I've never even touched a string instrument, so forgive me. But I think that you're too far to the right or left of the note in general. Now, I'm not saying every note, but in general, you need to really focus on, like Shlomo Mintz said, once, he said you have to imagine that note. It's sort of like on a French horn, you have to imagine it, not just feel it with the left hand. I don't feel there's a technical problem like with runs or anything like that necessarily, but I think the intonation is the problem. So work on that, and the viola is a very difficult instrument to play. I've known some really great violists, and it's an awkward, kind of a big instrument, so I sympathize there. But unfortunately, that's what you've chosen to play, and you've got to deal with it. But yeah, musically, and it's very exciting playing. It's dramatic playing. The intent is there. Just clean that up. Good job.
All right. We'll pass. Thank you very much for commenting. We'll pass the baton to Diego, please.
All right. Hi, Christina. How's it going?
It's going. How about yourself?
Great, great. Thank you. Okay, so, well, the maestros already talked about the musical part, so I don't have much more to add there. I love the second movement. Sounded beautiful. I think you look great. You look the part. That's wonderful. There's also this perfect amount of hair coming on and off your face while you're playing, which is wonderful. I think it's one of, maybe it's your thing. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but I think it's very interesting. Something about the frame when you frame this for an audition, it's very important not to we don't want to say dustbin or the vacuum cleaner. This is very important. I can't stress this enough. It is important. Sometimes people don't think about it, but like you could have a closer frame where we go like up to the door maybe. And great work, wonderful.
Okay, well, thank you very much for all the comments. Christina, do you have any questions or anything you'd like to discuss with the judges?
No questions. Just thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Wonderful. We really appreciate you coming on board and presenting this very interesting and exciting piece. And we don't hear a lot of viola, and I would like to hear more of a viola player like yours. This is wonderful. Thank you for being part of the Carnegie Auditions. Thank you, everyone. We'll say hello to Christina. Say goodbye to Christina for now. And we'll be presenting the next auditionee, Giovanna Yachi Young, a voice candidate, presenting an aria for us today. Welcome on board.
Fi, auto de moto de macur,
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Wonderful, Giovanna. What a great performance. What a wonderful voice. I love the singing. It's the foundation of all the great music. To the judges now, and let's hear from Diego first.
Okay, so Giovanna, wow, it was wonderful, wonderful. Sounded amazing. Really liked your voice. It sounds great. You look good, and the performance, I think it was balanced with what the voice was saying, what the emotions you were showing. It's wonderful. I would say only for the ending when it's just coloratura without the voice and the lyrics. I mean, also try to keep that same emotion you're developing throughout the whole aria. When you get to the coloratura at the end without libretto, you mean it's you need to keep that same thing. It's because right there I could feel that it was not the same, but the voice was amazing. The singing was amazing. Really, really loved it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Let's hear from Dickran for the next comments.
Yeah, I mean, it was first-rate singing. It was beautiful singing. Everything about it, like Diego said, the presentation, she looks great. The sound is great. The quality of the sound is great. There's just, I mean, musically beautiful. Sometimes singers don't sound so intelligent. This one sounded very intelligent. I've accompanied a few singers in my day. not the most enjoyable thing I can say, but this pianist was wonderful too. I mean, really terrific. I mean, she was just right there with her, and that, I'm sure, from a singer's point of view, is very supportive. And so the performance was totally successful. I can't imagine it being better. I mean, it's a matter of opinion, I suppose, with singers. I know my favorite voices of all time. We won't talk about that, but she's very, very fine. This girl is great.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much. Let's hear from Maestro Giacomo Franci.
I agree. Was a great performance. There was virtually no intonation problem. If I want to be picky, I spotted a little bit in the cadenza, little bit, but I'm very picky now. Then, I mean, the only thing I would add, everything was very clear. The singing was great, and maybe, but this is a matter of taste. The timbre sometimes is coming. In Italy, we call squillante, like it would be like a trumpet, and it could be maybe a little rounder, especially in the high notes. I mean, if you like to engage in some of that, like rounding a little bit without compromising the projection, which is great. But your singing is great. I mean, I just wanted to say something.
That's one of the best comments there is.
That's very honest. That's very good.
Yeah, and Giovanna, that's one of the best comments I heard. There's nothing to say, but you can do this.
Really...
If I have to say something, and I second that. Your singing is just so perfect and so polished. There's really nothing to say. Just go with your own development. Do what you do. You're a great artist, and you know what you're doing, and take it wherever you wish to take it. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Bravo.
Okay. Yeah. Bravo. Thank you so much. Before we hear the next candidate of these auditions, I wanted to mention a few things about what else we are doing. And today, throughout the entire day, we are auditioning candidates to perform in the next season, 2024-25 season, at the Carnegie Hall. But there's a concert coming up next week, and that's a culminating event of the Choral Orchestra auditions, which happened in... And so this concert is with the Western York Chamber Orchestra, will be conducted by Maestro Glenn Cortese, and the beautiful Carnegie Hall of the SUNY Fredonia's University of New York in Fredonia, and will be featuring soloists who were selected through the choral orchestra auditions. I would like to encourage everyone to look into the next rounds of these auditions for the next season. We are expanding our collaborations. This season we have 4 orchestras on board, and next season we expect many more to join this movement and momentum, seeking and presenting great and talented musicians from around the world with, again, orchestras from around the entire world. And let's see a short video presentation about the broadcasts which we produce alongside those concerts. We are moving the concert stage into hybrid, combining the brick and mortar in-person presentations in the concert halls with the global reach of the virtual stage. what are the orchestras and conductors of this season 23-24? We have Western New York Chamber Orchestra, which is presenting the concert next week, and we hope very much that you check out that information. And in the next 2 months, there's going to be a concert presented by the Cairo Opera Orchestra in Cairo, Egypt, and the Bohuslav Philharmonic Orchestra in Zlin in Czechia. And those are orchestras which are presenting this season. Next season, we have all the same orchestras coming back with more concerts, and we're adding the Boulder Philharmonic Orchestra. And I don't want to tell any more because things are still falling into place with dates and arrangements, but we expect many more orchestras joining this Memento Vocal Orchestra, presenting great musicians who are selected through the Choral Orchestra auditions. And one more presentation which our company produces, and I hope it's of interest to music lovers and musicians alike, and students and everyone. Every Thursday and every Sunday we're presenting the Magnificent Nine. These are films which virtual concert halls produce together with architects of music, with a fabulous Lawrence Rapchak, his narration, his script for those films. Lawrence was, for many years, near 30 years, the musicologist lecturer of the Chicago Symphony, presenting over 400 pre-concert lectures for the Chicago Symphony. Now, that was a while ago, when you had to live in Chicago in order to know what Lawrence Rapchak and what kind of secrets and openings he can present to and get you familiar with. Now we are bringing it on virtual stage again, and everyone has access to this phenomenal musician, conductor, pianist, and composer, and his insights into the architecture of Beethoven symphonies. Now again, these are a series of all Beethoven 9 symphonies, and we are presenting chapters of it every Thursday and every Sunday, and we are very grateful for collaboration with architects of music. And we'll just do a quick peek preview of what those series are like, and then we'll be moving on to the next candidate. So that was a little teaser. So hope you come back and watch those programs. We watch a chapter of each of the film. The whole film is like about 100 minutes long for each symphony. And then me and Chris Au take the stage, and we share our impressions and more comments. And now back to our Carnegie Gala auditions. We will be presenting another candidate, a voice candidate, Jelena Stefanik. Jelena, the stage is all yours.
più fecondo che molto, d'ogni mondo l'obro, quanto sincero amor, tutto ti mostra il cuor, che più fecondo molto, ogni fecondo l'obro, quanto sincero amor, tutto si mostra il cuor.
Hats off! Absolutely unbelievable study. Let's hear some comments from Dickran first.
There's nothing to say. It's one of the greatest voices I've ever heard. It's just unbelievably limitless. It's perfect. It's sheer perfection. I mean, there's nothing to say. Speechless. If I said something, it would be the dumbest thing I ever did. So I'm not going to incriminate myself. I mean, really, she's one of the greatest voices. I was thinking of Gehem Gregorian the whole time I was listening to her. I mean, what a tenor. And this is like the soprano counterpart. You know, he was at the Met. I told you about him. He's just, yeah, it's pretty unlimited. Pretty devastating, you know, just to, I mean, what can you say? Except Salieri, right? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
Juliana, you're leaving our judges.
It's like the Mozart movie, you know. What can you say when you hear such sounds, you know? I don't know. I'm not a singer, but, you know, you'd be hard pressed to find any instrumentalist or any singer I mean, it's just absolutely seamless singing, right? Without a flaw. Very dramatic, very musically satisfying. And the sound, of course. Her acting is excellent. Yeah,
captivating artist.
Very captivating, totally. I mean, yes, there's just nothing to say. I can't believe she's competing, actually. You would think that was from, you know, like one of Gergiev's productions or something, you know. And I read the bio, yeah, and, you know, it's...
outstanding.
Yeah, it's outstanding, but she should be singing at La Scala and Covent Garden and everywhere. But this is the business, you know. So.
Yeah, I think that's what the Met sounds like on a good day at the Met.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, let's not get into who should be singing and who shouldn't be singing. Let's just say that that's one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my listening career. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Well, let's get some comments from Diego.
Wow, yeah, it's spectacular. It's like Jack said, we can't say much. And one of the things that caught my attention is that these operas have like 100 years between them, and we can hear the differences in the different roles, which is amazing. Like one for the Baroque, the other one for Verdi, which is a different. So we could also hear that, which is fantastic. It's an outstanding job, and the acting perfect too. So not only the voice, but the roles and the different styles in between the eras, let's say. So wonderful.
Thank you, Maestro Giacomo. Some comments from you.
So now I say something funny. The aria I like less. I got moved. So which is the Verdi. At the end, I was getting teary, and this is the one I like a little less than the Gluck. I mean intellectually, but when of course when you get moved, what can you say? I mean it's already. I find also her acting very, especially the Gluck, her move in the stage. I'm not a great expert in that, but it was very, very charismatic. High level professional, for sure. I explained why I prefer the Gluck. The Gluck was, for me, perfect. The Verdi, the only thing, and of course, this is intellectually, the high notes, I'm not a great fan of the vibrato. I enjoy the high notes from Pavarotti, which it's, I don't know how can he do it. He can project, but there is not much vibrato or enough vibrato that doesn't disturb me. This intellectually, of course, I have to criticize something, but
I totally disagree. Jeez.
you did agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I totally disagree. Pavarotti, he's a 10th-rate singer compared to her. I mean, you know, there are 10 singers from his hometown. Everybody knows that are better. Look, if you're going to compare her to Gregorian, which is the absolute litmus test of singers. Go listen to him if you don't believe me. There's plenty of video with all the big conductors, Papano and everybody. They all used him. This girl is on that level. Pavarotti.
Well, Pavarotti was a great singer. Was a legendary singer.
No,
But
he
anyway,
had a lot of
you know.
money. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't
He
matter.
was not
This
singing
girl.
well. He was not singing well.
No. I'm disagreeing with the high note thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
This was a color. Is she a coloratura or a spinto or what is she?
Diego, what do you think is the specification of the voice? For
Yeah,
me,
I
this
don't
is
know. I have to defer to an expert.
Yeah, to me it sounds like a dramatic soprano with humongous range.
Yeah.
Well, she's switching from the first to the second aria. I might agree that the highs are not really dramatic. Maybe they're more coloratura.
Coloratura.
I like her coloratura. I love the first one, and the second one I think she could like adjust to the repertoire. Maybe the highest, all of the high notes. You can tell that there's some kind of like coloratura or baroque there. Actually, the pianissimos in the second one, I could hear some baroque, and I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah, the pianissimo and the highest notes.
That was
is like
unbelievable.
unbelievable,
That was-
breathtaking.
The
Incredible.
control. What control? Who has control like that? Yeah, Gregorian does, you know. But that's it. I mean, you know, if you talk, I mean, this is a conversation about the industry. We might as well have it. I mean, you know, who wins the Senate seat or the presidency? The guy who spends the most money. That's what we're talking about. This girl or woman, I don't know. I can't tell from the makeup. She's sensational in every way. So why isn't she at LA Opera, for example, you know, or the Met? I'll tell you why. You already know what I'm going to say. I mean, that's what this program's all about. I mean, this is a find. F-I-N-D. There's nothing wrong with one note she sings. You can't criticize it. Yeah. That's just my opinion, of course, and it's very humble, of course. We all know that.
And also about like like when you try to categorize singers, like saying this is a spinto or this is a coloratura, I think it's an old thing.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I asked you, Diego. That's why I don't know. I know spinto is intense, right? Mm-hmm. Right? It's pretty intense.
Yeah, this is smaller ring.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it's actually a change in the pharyngeal walls that they come together. So the spintos use like a tighter number, let's say in the effort number that the pharyngeal walls will do. And when you engage those muscles, the pharyngeal walls come together and it's a smaller space, and that gives a higher intensity ring that our ears will listen to it and we say, oh, that's a spinto. That's like the ring.
Well, whatever it is, I like it. You know, and yeah. And the other thing is she her stylistic differentiation is phenomenal, like you all said. You know, it's one thing to sound, your Mozart sounds like Tchaikovsky, or your Bach, Chromatic Fantasy sounds like Liszt or something. But this was such. I mean,
it's the singing and the
amazing.
technique and the voice and the musicianship. For me, the most astounding of all is the musicianship.
Oh, absolutely.
One note was just singing the note. They all live. They all have dynamic range, how she comes off the pianissimo on the top with those crescendos, and they're so organic and extraordinarily expressive. To me, that's the most.
I agree that there was a continuity from beginning to the end. Everything was.
Continuity.
There was no. Now start this. Now that.
Well, and the way she uses breath as part of the singing. Sometimes her breath is you can't hear it. Sometimes she adds the sound to the breath, and that's so emotional, and it's in such a right place at such a right time. Just the perfection in timing of all of it. To me, just astounding.
Astounding. Mm-hmm. So, has she been ever in these competitions before?
She already won once.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of she belongs on the,
on the highest stages.
Big stage.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a moot point.
Yeah. Jelena, congratulations. You left our judges speechless. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. Okay, well, we're coming to the end of this session. And we need to give our judges a little break between now and when the next session is coming up. It's starting in just an hour and a half, and everyone needs to have lunch if you're in the more or less our time zone. So with this, we're going to just say goodbye to our judges for a little while, take a little break, and we will be back at 2 p.m. with the next session, which is coming up, and we have more absolutely great music coming up. And I want to also thank our wonderful team of producers, audio video engineers, broadcast designers, and everyone. Thank you. Thank you, team. And thank you, today's broadcast production crew, to James Welch, to Jennifer Wong, and to Marco. Marco, I'm sorry I can't pronounce your last name, but I promise I'll learn by next broadcast. This was a wonderful collaboration with everyone, and thank you to our audience, wherever you are. Please join us and get in touch with us. Leave comments. Of course, spread the word. Let everybody know if you like our programs. Let's invite more people to enjoy those, both as audience members and as musicians auditioning for these opportunities. And with this, I will say goodbye, but not for very long. We'll be back with the session number 3 at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. See you in a little bit. Bye.